Being assigned to the right projects can help you advance quickly. If your project is not one that will fast track your career, there are some steps you can take to correct that. Welcome to Managing a Career, the podcast that helps you navigate the path to professional success. I'm your host, Lane Robinson. Each episode, we explore the ins and outs of taking charge of your career, from developing skills you need to succeed to building a network that can help you advance, and everything in between. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned professional, I've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and get ready to take control of your career with Managing a Career. Last week, in episode 88, I covered the 4 key project types that can fast-track your career advancement. This week, I'm going to cover some strategies for when your current project assignment is not one of those fast-track type projects. So, to review, the 4 fast-track project types are strategic projects aligned to organizational goals, cross-functional projects that impact multiple teams, projects tied to revenue generation or expense reduction, and finally, projects that are in trouble. If you find yourself assigned to a project in any combination of those categories, success can be a springboard to the next level. So, what do you do when your work doesn't fall into any of those categories? The first thing I would do is get an understanding of why the project even exists. It's rare for a project to be initiated without having some business value, so your goal should be to understand what that value is. If you are unsure, ask your leader how your assignment aligns with the bigger picture. It's possible that your assignment is a precursor to an upcoming effort. Use this link when you communicate status of your project and include statements about how your current work enables the future project. This linkage can also be your ticket to being assigned to the strategic project in the future. Alternatively, can you reframe your project so that you create a link between your project and a fast-track project? If you can directly tie the goals of your project to those of a fast-track project, it's possible that your project could be absorbed by the larger project, providing a backdoor route to being assigned to that fast-track project. If your project is not directly related to a fast-track project, look for ways to elevate your project. Can you expand the scope of your project to include cross-functional aspects? Or does your project facilitate revenue generation or expense reduction for other areas of the business? Can someone leverage the results of your project to bring a troubled project back on track? Projects have executive sponsors. Who are the sponsors of your project? Make sure that they are communicating the importance of your project to your leaders and their leaders. Use their position to tie your project back to corporate goals. Those strategies would allow you to align your current project with a fast-track project. As long as you deliver on your current project, you can use the connection to a bigger project to help set yourself up for a key assignment on your next project. The other strategy is to look for ways to be assigned to a fast-track project. If your team is responsible for or contributes to a fast-track project, the obvious first step would be to speak to your manager. You'll need to make a case for why you would be an asset to that project. Do you have a specific knowledge or skills that you can bring to the project? Or maybe you have a key relationship that will gain the support of other teams. If your manager turns you down for the current project, ask for specific feedback on what you should work on so that you are considered for the next fast-track project, and then put a plan in place to work on those things. If you can't get reassigned to a fast-track project, it can still be beneficial to keep up with the progress of projects you aren't assigned to. Pay attention to when those projects have a need for additional resources or skills that you can provide. Volunteer to provide the additional support these projects need and continue to deliver on your current project. In episode 13, I cover how sometimes you have to make your own luck. If you work your network and pay attention to the goings-on of your organization, you can often find a problem in need of a solution. Look for those opportunities that can lead to a fast-track project. If you're the one bringing the project forward, you will usually not only be assigned to the project, but also have an opportunity to lead that project. If you find yourself in a situation where you get neither aligned or assigned to a fast track project, there's still a course of action you can take. Just play the hand you're dealt, deliver strong results, and use that to build trust and reputation. Take advantage of being on a less stressful project and use the time to build the skills you need in order to be ready for the next assignment when it becomes available. Help me spread the word about the Managing a Career podcast. My goal for this project is to continue to grow the audience in order to help as many people as I can advance their careers. To reach this goal, I would appreciate it if you would share this episode with your friends and coworkers. Send them to managingacareer.com/follow, which will give them links to everywhere that this podcast can be found. Taking control of your career is entirely up to you. No one else will do it for you. So don't be afraid to take the actions that will help you reach your professional goals. I hope this episode has provided you with valuable insights and advice. If you want to stay up to date with the podcast, be sure to subscribe in your podcast player of choice and visit managingacareer.com to submit show topics and link to our community. For Managing a Career, this has been your host, Lane Robinson. And remember, own your career and navigate the path to professional success.